Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, what I've been able to do is I created the drug order quote definition, which is this. Then I added it to the built-in code definition library. So from what I can tell is by adding this, it exposes this search. Okay, it exposes this drug order search to my.
Mhm.
Yeah, it exposes that to my definition libraries for quotes. So
Mhm.
that gives me this results which I have here,
Mhm.
for my drug order search. So so when I'm trying to make a query, what I understand is I just
Mhm.
specify the drug order search, then I pass in the parameter values. Then when I pass in the parameter values, I'd
Mhm.
say probably automatically those are added to these properties which I've stated here. So once they get added to these properties, then when I go into the drug order quote evaluator,
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm supposed to make a query based on those properties which will be available in the quote definition.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Right.
now where I'm confused is I actually do not know how to make the query or what the query what the query is actually going to be looking for.
Sure, no problem. Now, the first thing to do is uh first of all, are you able to get any patients? Assuming it's
Yeah,
just
and
assuming it's
I
just
wasn't.
if you comment out this, because these are essentially supposed to be filters, which are supposed to filter
Yeah.
out which patients are to be returned and which are not to be returned. So
Okay.
assuming you work like it is currently with these guys commented out,
Yes.
are you able to actually get results?
No. I was getting an empty result, and I
Yeah,
think
because
that's okay. Go on.
yeah. So the other thing that I told you about thinking in abstraction is that at least you have the issue you're presenting is how to do these filters. So before you even think of the filters, the first easier step to do is to ensure that at least even before the filters, because it means without filters, that means all patients should be returned. Not so?
Yes, that's what I expected.
Right. So even before going to the part of the filters, let's see how can we get all patients? Why don't we get all the patients? Are we together on this?
Yes, we're together on this.
Right. So have you tried to investigate as in why you're not getting? First of all, do you know why? Have you tried to investigate in regards to why you don't even get any results, even without the filters?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that yet. I don't know why I'm not getting any results, even without the filters. But what I can observe is I tried the old cohort builder, and it
Mm.
actually doesn't return any patients. And
Yeah.
when I check my database,
Yeah,
um,
the other one doesn't because the code builder is using an API that is already not existent. The code was deprecated and actually removed, so it shouldn't return any results.
okay,
So, but now we're just looking at this the current query that you have. If you go back to the code,
okay,
um, by the way, which ID is this? Is it Visual Studio?
yeah, Visual Studio,
Okay. So when you look at this, if you look at this query, uh, so if you look at this query, so if you look at the q.select all patient ID,
yes.
uh, that I think you understand what that does, right?
Um, I'm looking at it means I should select
That's
all.
line 55.
Okay.
Do you understand what that does?
Not exactly. What I feel it does is it's trying to
Not
select.
not how it does it internally, but what it basically does for the consumer of the API.
I think it's looking at the order table, the drug order table, and trying to select all patient IDs.
Yeah, you're right. So the line 55 is specifying the columns to pick. This, in this case, you just need a cohorts, which are essentially IDs of patients.
Yes.
So this is specifying that let's select the patient ID. So the O is just an alias to the drug order class.
Yes.
So the order class has a patient object, which patient object has a patient ID field. That's why you see the O.patient.patient ID, right?
Oh, wait. Now you're saying the drug order class has a patient field.
Yes. So first of all, if you look at 5.6, drug order,
Yeah.
so the from is the table or the class, right, which is drug order. Then the O is specified here is just an alias. So it could be anything else. It could be A, it could be B, it could be C, whatever it is. So you want to
Yes.
alias. So now this select means it is selecting because this is Hibernate, so it's dealing with not the it doesn't want you to see it as if it's the database tables.
Oh.
It wants you to see it as if it's the class, the Java class themselves. So you're dealing with the Java class themselves. So what this means is that or this is an alias for drug order class. That means on the drug order class, you must be having a patient object onto it.
Yes.
And then that patient object must be having a patient ID field. That's why you say patient ID. So if you just say patient ID, it will not work because the drug order class doesn't have a patient ID field, right?
Oh, okay.
But it has a patient field, and this patient is a class of patient, and that class has a field called patient ID. That's why you said patient ID.
Okay.
Yes, and the name should exactly be as they appear in the classes. If, for example, instead of patient ID capital I, you put small I, it will still fail.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Now this is some good clarification because I was actually looking in the database and I couldn't find the patient field, and I was wondering what is happening here.
Yeah. So this is Hibernate query, so it deals with the actual Java objects. It doesn't. It assumes you don't need to care about database storage.
Okay.
Okay. So now, for now, I would comment out this q.patient in then context. I would comment that out for now to ensure that at least you're getting all records from the drug order class. That means getting all records from the drug. So in other words, with just scroll down a bit and I see if you have any other filters. For now, just comment out also this other where in drug, just comment out.
Okay.
So by what you currently have, as long as you have any records in the drug order database table, because the drug order class, you can always look at the Hibernate mapping files to see which table, which table does it look for, right? So if you have any record.
Sorry, where do I get the Hibernate mapping files like you mentioned?
So if you look at the OpenMRS, if you browse the OpenMRS core.
Okay. On GitHub, right?
Yeah, on GitHub. If you have it cloned locally, you will also check it locally. But if you just want to browse for it online, that's still also okay. If you go to OpenMRS core, then you go to API. Source, SRC, main, resources, org/OpenMRS, org/OpenMRS.
Okay.
The second API, DB Hibernate. So you look for drug order. So these are Hibernate mapping files. So look for.
I think what I have here is just the drug and drug ingredients.
Drug order. Let me just. Okay, I think drug order is in drug. Just open drug.
Okay.
So if you scroll in there, just go to the bottom. This is the mapping for the drug, but you continue scrolling down, you'll see a mapping for drug order. Just scroll up.
I don't think.
Just scroll up a bit.
Okay, I think it's been commented. Is this it?
Let me see. Let me check my local version here.
Okay.
Drug. Okay, let me see. Drug order. Drug. Okay, here it looks to be commented out.
Okay.
Let me just look for some of the properties in here. Drug order. Has properties like quantity units, as needed. Do you have any property called as needed in there?
As needed.
Do you have anything like that?
No.
Let me just search for all XML files that have as needed. Okay, look for the order. Sorry, I took it to a wrong mapping files. Look for the order. Order. Yep, that one. So this is because it's drug order is a subclass of order. That's why they're in the same mapping file. So you'll see that in the same class you have a joined subclass, which is drug order, and then it shows the
Yes.
table. The table is drug order.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So that means that if you have some rows in this drug order table, then the current query that we have should be able to return some patient.
Okay.
So our first task is going to ensure that you have some rows in drug order table and then have them show up on the UI. When that is done, then we are sure that, okay, the whole framework is done right. Then we shall go to the next step of starting to filter property by property. We shall start with one, test it out, then go to the second. Done. Does it make sense now?
Okay. Yes, it makes more sense now.
Right. But if you have some rows in the drug order table and still this as it is not returning any results, then that is something else that we need to look into.
No, sorry, I didn't get that. You said
If you have some rows in the drug order table,
yes.
and then this code does not return any results to the client, then that is something different that we have to fix.
Okay. Now, I don't think I have any results in the drug order table.
So what you do, just put them there. You can even just go to the database and directly put them in there, or do you have any other way of doing that? Feel free to do that.
I just want. How do I add patients to the drug order table from
You can
front end?
Front end. We have the order entry UI module.
Okay.
I think we would have to clone that. I think it could be also modulars. Order entry UI.
Oh.
It's one of those modules that can help you in the reference app add some drug orders.
Okay. Okay, so that means I should just do this manually now.
So you can either download the order entry UI module, it's also on modulars, and try it out, or you could just directly go to your database and go to that table and just directly insert values in there.
Okay, I think I'll go with directly inserting values.
Right, whichever you find easier.
Okay. All right, so
yeah, it's I think you would start with the order table. You would start by inserting to the order table.
Okay.
And because that's a foreign key that will need to be in the other table. So you can discard this row and then go to the other table.
Okay. Activate. Okay. Other creator. User.
Says no visible.
That means you also need to put an existing encounter row. I think you know what that means, right?
Yes.
I think what I will do, I'll turn.
Hello? I didn't get you. Hello? Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm disconnecting from the video to leave you to
Okay.
put
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
you get stars.
So,
You're done with that, just ping me and send I reconnect. Cool.
okay. Yeah, cool. I'll just try to see if I can get all patients. And thanks for the insight. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're welcome.
yeah.
So if you're not able to eventually insert this row in the database or any problem come up, just ping me and I'll reconnect with the video.
Okay. Sorry, you said what did you call the module again that I should be able to use to insert?
Order entry UI.
Yeah.
Order entry UI.
Okay, other entry UI. I'll check that out. Thanks.
You're welcome.